Okay, instead of commentary for today's video, I'm going to read you a story that I wrote. A narrative. And pay attention because there will be a pop quiz at the end. There's no title for my story. That was not stylistic. I just forgot. Harold wakes up with his usual sense of duty, though his conviction is waning. He has been the president of the RevGT Hater Society for 14 months, and initially he believed this to be a necessary movement in the super autopet space. The Reverend was too unpredictable in his content. The Reverend frequently insulted Harold's brainless, overpowered builds that made him feel special. The Reverend often wouldn't even provide commentary that was relevant to the game. Why couldn't he just be more like Scooty, like Sag, like Grounded? Harold could not comprehend it, so the society was started. And after his usual morning routine of staring in the mirror and disliking what he sees, followed by scouring YouTube for the easiest way to get 10 wins in the current weekly pack, Harold begins his commute to the society's headquarters. He ponders as he passes the dewy front lawns and cracked footpaths. Could his judgment have been wrong? The Reverend has gone from strength to strength in the last 14 months. No, Harold assured himself. Suppressing this wildcard is necessary for the SAP community. I must stay resolute. He steps through the front doors of the headquarters. He gazes at the aging, decrepit walls that once shone with ambition, and is greeted by the usual suspects. Janice, the tactile vice president, Stephen, head of research, and Marsha, the secretary. And as he enters, Harold hears Stephen talking elatedly about a new video he saw. Did any of you catch Saplord 22's epic Tiger plus Leopard video last night? My word, it was the 179th time I've seen somebody make that type of video, but it is always great. The leopard totally went pew pew. Stephen gleams as he makes finger guns with his hands. He tries to high-five Janice, who doesn't see him while she's setting up the morning meeting. Marsha, dim the lights please, Janice announces. Let's get straight into it. This is like their morning meeting. Fellow RevGT haters, let us start with the good news. Thanks to our help from Russian hackers, we have made significant progress in affecting Rev's like percentage. I can happily announce that we have dropped his total like percentage to 98.8%. He's below 99%. An air of joy and relief fills the headquarters. Stephen tries to high-five Marsha, who doesn't see him because she's distracted by a shirtless Harold waving his shirt triumphantly in the air. Now, victories for the Hater Society were few and far between nowadays. But this is great, and his morning fears have subsided. Janice, however, remains stoic, attempting to hide the panic within. The other three sense this and return to their seats. Now, for the bad news. Janice continues, taking a deep breath to compose herself. Rev appears to be one step ahead of us. Everything we have been criticizing and culminating for months, years even, he has a counter ready to go. It's like he's baiting us. We started chatter in the SAP dojo that Rev wouldn't hold up competitively. He has since played 4 Team Tour seasons and has a winning record in all of them. I went undercover as Be Happy Dude to criticize his off-topic commentary. He responded to me directly with a video that discussed Laverne and Shirley for 10 minutes. And the people loved it. Janice continued talking, but Harold's inner dialogue prevented him from hearing it. He had drifted off, you see. How can this be, he thought. A creator is meant to be predictable, consistent. I click on the video, I should know what I'm getting. That's the way of the world. His mind drifts to Scooty. Now that's a creator. He tells me what's going to happen at the start of the video. I watch it happen. I like the video. Proven formula. His mind drifts back to the first RevGT video that he ever watched. In that video, many moons ago, Rev spent 4 minutes talking about the dynamics between Australians and British people. He said that seeing a British person was like seeing your third cousin that you only see once per year at someone's birthday party. He shivered at the thought. This guy is succeeding? It's just not right. Harold's focus shifts back to Janice. Things are looking bleak. Janice reluctantly, weakly utters. A silence fills the room, desperately yearning for someone to break it. So let me get this straight, Stephen asks, staring at the roof the roof as if it's his canvas of thought. We started this society 14 months ago to tear down this fraud. But what do we have left? His chaotic commentary style that we so hate? His audience kind of likes it. His subpar gameplay? He's kind of good now, I must admit. His jawline? Stunning. What's left? What are we clinging to? The room pauses, reflects. What is their fuel? Their muse? What is the catalyst of the... I tried to add in something extra in, free flow. It didn't work. Back to the script. Wait, Harold thinks. That's it! The stars align in Harold's mind. The issue is perfectly crystallized. Okay, let's think this through. We can't attack his commentary style anymore, right? The other's not an affirmation. We can't attack his fan base because they seem to have a strong connection to each other, right? The others continue to nod. So that leaves us with only one thing. We will attack his builds, his gameplay, relentlessly. We will criticize every part of his ideas until the opinion on Rev sways. Then and only then will we conquer this charlatan. A sense of joy overcame the room. The Rev GT Hater Society had found their Achilles heel to attack. This would surely bring about an end to Rev GT. Harold started beating his chest. Stephen tried to high-five Janice again, who couldn't see through the blurred vision of her tears of joy. Marsha smirked while jotting down the meeting minutes. And then it happened. Stephen's phone lights up. He's just dropped a new video! Assemble the fake accounts! Ready the Russian hackers! Stephen projects the video on the screen, titled, I invented the greatest elephant seal build in Super Auto Pets history. The Hater Society braced to critique every misplay and find every possible issue in the video. Pfft, another elephant seal build, Janice scoffs. This will be too easy. Galvanized by their new strategy, the Hater Society begins to watch. I can't wait to force a level 3 cell pet into elk, Stephen says with a poor imitation of Rev's Aussie accent. He tries to high-five Marsha, who doesn't notice as she shakily says, he sold his cell pet early? He's not forcing elk? A sense of unease and tension filled the room. They've lost a major point of criticism there. Grounded. Never to fear, Harold thought. We'll find another way to attack the Achilles. But as the run progresses, the panic grows. Janice tilts her head like a confused puppy as she sees a sarcastic fringe head and a raccoon. She shoots a concerned look at Harold, whose right hand covers his mouth. This doesn't make any sense, mutters the society's members. Code green! Code green, Marsha blurts out. Like percentage is increasing, we're losing the battle. Harold's eyes drift back to the screen. What's that real velociraptor doing there? He exasperatedly screams. I've lost my spot. There we go. While Marsha stares in disbelief at her laptop, Janice continues to watch, lost, and Stephen's head is in his hands. And then it clicks. Time slows down. Harold sees the vision. Front sarcastic fringe head. Back raccoon. Elephant seal in second position with radish. Real velociraptor supporting. One trigger for the elephant seal in the shop. 2 triggers in battle. It's unpredictable. It's aggressive. It's brilliant. He's up to 99% like percentage, whispers Marsha. Rev can be heard on the screen waffling about a gym session he had in 2017. Stephen turns the projector off. Harold's eyes find his reflection in the mirror on the wall, and he dislikes it more than he ever has. Stephen loads the Tiger Plus Leopard video from Sablord22, searching for comfort. But it feels wrong now. Different. Stale. I need to pause there we go. Marsha has the forbidden urge to add to the 99% like percentage. Janice remains frozen with puppy-like confusion. The Rev GT Hater Society sit together but feeling alone, only bonded by suffering. The erratic Australian is victorious. I want to make a quick disclaimer right here. I'm not throwing shade at any other creators. I love the serious sab creators. I love the silly sab creators. Just like the whole concept of this was I was sitting there and I was like, I wonder what it's like to be a Rev GT hater. And then the idea was spawned for the society. And what better... The whole point of this is If you are doubting Rev GT, what are you going to say to this build? It's the best Elephant Seal build ever. 3 triggers, 1 perk. Okay, anyway, I hope you enjoyed the story. I lied about the pop quiz. That was just to make you pay attention. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, please. Goodbye.